and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play 1, and Prescott to the air. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And everyone was quick to say after a heartbreaking loss in last year's Super Bowl, don't worry, Joe Burrow will get back here again. But we all knew that was no guarantee, yet he's lived up to it. 1 year later, here he is leading the Bengals back for a shot at redemption in his 2nd Super Bowl appearance.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. This is taken at about the 14.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott on 1st down.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now
and this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, 28 yards.
And the Cowboys will add to their first-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
15-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
McPherson's kick is good. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Burrow. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
back to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton, 38 yards.
And the Cowboys are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Prescott yet again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Prescott now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got room. And he's going to wind up with a 1st down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Elliott, toss right. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On the draw, it's Pollard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
T. Higgins.
40 yards.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good,
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. On 2nd down, Elliott. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL.